What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Sean from Otaku Talk, and today I'm here to talk about Fist of the North Star. Now, for those of you that don't know, it was actually a manga series that was created in 1983 and lasted from 1988. The manga was written by Berto-san and was illustrated by Tetsuya Hara. It was also released in the weekly Shonen Jump back in the 80s. Now, there are two anime series. There's the first one, the first Fist of the North Star anime series, and there's the second anime series. The first one is 109 episodes. It was released in 1984 and lasted through 1987. The second anime series is 43 episodes, and that lasted from 1987 to 1988. But then there's the anime movie, and the movie is basically a sum up of what the first season of Fist of the North Star was back in the 80s. Now, the plot for this film is, again, like I said, it's the first season of the anime series, and it takes place during this nuclear war. Basically, the Earth it went to shit, and it's just a wasteland, a desert wasteland where people are just doing all sorts of crazy things. And it starts off with the character named Kenshiro and his fiance Yuria, or Julia in the English version, and they're just strolling along the desert, and they're just like, you know what, hey, everything is so sunshine and rainbows, can't wait to just sit down and relax. And all of a sudden they run into Shin, which is Kenshiro's friend, or was his friend. And Shin just comes along and he's like, you know what, I want your wife, man, I want your fiance, give her to me. And Kenshiro's like, what? No, man, you crazy? And Shin just busts his ass and then took his fiance, and then he left him with 7 scars. And the scars are basically the signs of the Milky Way, which is pretty cool, man, because he actually left the Milky Way in his chest. Anyway, it hurts like hell, and there's blood and shit that's going on, and this is all being witnessed by Kenshiro's older brother Rao. And Rao's witnessing this, and he's like, listen, my younger brother Kenshiro was left as the master of this Hakoto Shinken, which is like the deadly martial arts assassin fist. And he's like, if my master left Kenshiro in charge and he's getting smashed up by this weakling, then I'm gonna go kill my master. And he goes and kills his master and basically takes over the title himself and starts to rule the world. And Kenshiro gets thrown into this ditch, and he's left there. And years later, Kenshiro comes back. He's obviously stronger, and he comes to challenge Shin, get his fiance back, and then challenge Rao. Now, without going into it furthermore, there are other characters that are met along the way. Again, like if you've seen the first season of Fist of the North Star, then you're going to see certain characters. You're like, oh, I remember her. Oh, I remember him. But yeah, I mean, this anime is really good. It's really bloody too, so it's not for kids. You can't sit a 5-year-old down to watch Fist of the North Star and just be like, hey, you know what, like, watch this. You watch Dragon Ball Z, so you can watch this. No, this is bloody. Like, Dragon Ball Z is like, you know, they're a little bloody. You're like, oh shit, they got smacked. A little blood coming out, and they're getting thrown into mountains and shit. Fist of the North Star is like people walking through mountains. Like, buildings are falling on their head, and they're just walking like, look at that bird. That's what's happening here. And bodies are exploding. Like, as a child, I saw it. So look at me, I'm telling kids not to see it, but I saw it as a child. And as a kid, I was just like, what the fuck is this? I mean, I was used to watching like Thundercats and Silverhawks and Transformers and G.I. Joe, and then all of a sudden I pop a tape in and people's heads are exploding. You're like, whoa, what the fuck? So yeah, I mean, this is a great anime. Really bloody, not for kids. Let me throw it out there. There is like one nudity scene. There's Julia gets stripped naked or something like that, but it's definitely not for kids. The voice cast is really well here too, the Japanese voice cast, because the English voice cast is pretty I mean, that goes for any anime though. The dub, I mean, any of the old school animes, the dubs just really weren't that good. But the Japanese voice cast is great. You have Kenshiro, who's being voiced by Akira Kamiya. You have Yuria, who's being voiced by Yuriko Yamato. You have Rao, who's being voiced by Kenji Utsumi. And if you're an otaku and you know about anime, then you know Kenji Utsumi is the freaking man. So he's here. And those are like the 3 main characters you want to talk about. I mean, yeah, we do have Shin, who's voiced by Toshio Furukawa. But yeah, I mean, the voice cast is great. The anime is great. There's blood. There's people exploding. It's crazy, man, and it's definitely going to draw you into the anime series. Like, you watch this movie, and like I said, even though it's based on the first season, you're still going to want to go back to watch those 109 episodes just to get the feel, because there are certain things that are skipped over. Obviously, you can't just throw 109 episodes into one movie, but it's great, man. It's something that's real good. There are things that are obviously switched up in the movie that aren't in the, the original anime, so you might, be like, hey, that didn't happen, or this person didn't die. But yeah, I mean, it works out great for you at the end. And I'm gonna give this anime series an A+. I mean, come on, man. It's Fist of the North Star. Any old school anime watcher knows that Fist of the North Star is the shit. Like, you can't sit down with a bunch of otaku and not mention Fist of the North Star. So guys, check this anime out. It's even on YouTube, surprisingly. So check it out, watch it, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, let me know you like it, and I'll see you guys next week, guys. Again, this is Sean from Otaku Talk. Have a good one.